In Toronto next Saturday, I know none of you believe this, but I'm going to say it. The Jose Sulaiman World Invitational Semifinals with a bunch of people you've never heard of in the welterweight division. For some imaginary,
they got a lineup.
I'm serious, dude. Chris Van Herding taking on Frederick Lawson.
Ooh.
Brad Solomon taking on Francisco Santana. Arthur Birazanov taking off Baltazar.
Yeah.
Deary Jean drops down on the card. How sad is this for Deary Jean? Deary Jean versus Abraham Gomez. For those of you who don't know, Deary Jean is a project that is failing at every level. He's now in a 6-round undercard in Toronto in Jose Sulaiman's World Invitational semifinal. Wow, that's crazy to me. That's just kind of sad in a strange kind of way. That's right. It. That's boxing for next week, man. We've covered it. We've done a show. We've covered the wedding.
Antonio Tarver got arrested. Did you see that?
No, I did not. Tell me about it.
Tarver got arrested for slapping the shit out of his girlfriend's son, I think. I don't think it was his son.
Oh, right. The domestic shit.
Domestic, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think they went out the next night. Because then he posted a picture with the girl. They're at a bar.
All right, so here's my question, because this happens a lot, especially with the Mayweathers, right? And the women tend to stay with him. I get the whole battered wife syndrome, but in this day and age, are these women so pathetic that... Here's the thing. I don't care who you are. You lay a hand on my child. Even if you got boys. If somebody lays a hand on your boy, whether or not it's right or wrong.
Nah, I hear you. I know. Unless he told him, like, you ain't shit. You know, you're an old-ass fighter. I'll knock you out. Then you might see the mom go, you don't want to say that to him. Right. He's a boxer. He's going to whoop your ass.
No, I'm getting that.
That's what I think happened there. That's the only thing that really could have happened. They got in an argument.
You think you're a tough guy because you're some ex-ass boxer?
Yes. I've seen your fights. I seen your fights. You ain't shit. Then he had visions of him banging his mama, and he went for it.
That's crazy shit. I wouldn't think that. I wouldn't look. Okay, so in a couple of weeks, they're doing that boxing convention on the same day as the Canelo Triple G fight. And I'm thinking of going and doing a brand new Fight Net Radio intro and getting a bunch of new, hi, this is Hagler, and you're listening to Fight Net Radio kind of things, right? I'm thinking of doing that. Seems like a lot of work. And you know me, I don't like to go to Vegas and do a lot of work. But for you guys to have a new intro song, I got to go do all the work. But... I would never walk up to one of those old timers, even the decrepit ones. Like Julian Jackson's like in a wheelchair. Like right. I'm not gonna say, "Yo, Hawk, you don't look so fast no more. Let's go." There's a ring right over there.
There's a legendary video of one of Chavez Sr.'s ex-opponents. His name is leaving me right now. Damn it, I can't believe it.
And somebody
they tell him. They go, hey, don't go over there. Don't go over there. He's going to knock you out. That little youngster goes over there and gets knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
One punch, Lee. One punch.
And boxers are dangerous because they don't have any money. They're not protecting anything. So they got – okay.
And they kind of know the sweet spot, right?
Hold on. I'm going to teach everybody something here. And big shout out to Paul Cuff, one of our listeners in he's in Ireland. I'm going to get it right because I always get in trouble. Who said that I have the biggest balls of any analyst out there. I do. But there's a secret to it, Paul, and I'm going to explain it on this show. You can talk shit directly to professional fighters when they have money. They won't hit you when they have money. When they are ex-fighters and they don't have money, they will fuck you up.
All they got left is that punch. You're absolutely right.
It's just like Rocky V, man. What are they going to sue me for? Right. There's no... Like, I'm not going to go fuck with Chuck Liddell. He's dangerous now. Right? He ain't got no money. You think you made any money from those battery commercials? There's nothing left for Chuck except a few endorsement deals. And knocking my ass out, not going to happen. Not going to happen. Like, these guys won't tolerate shit when they're retired and they don't have money. They'll fuck people up. I've seen it. They got no problems with it. And God forbid you do it to a proud black man who boxed for a living. Like, could you imagine walking up to Marvin Hagler and going, "You don't look so fucking tough. Why you be such a bitch and quit boxing after, you got your shit handed to you?" He'll light your ass up. Like, he's only living off of doing the boxing convention money and his cheap-ass spaghetti westerns. Marvin Hagler will fuck you up. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that he would fuck me up with a badass right hand.
It was Rocky Lockridge. Rocky Lockridge is on video. Anyone want to go see it? It's a YouTube video. Even Rocky Lockridge knocking out some dude after telling him to leave him alone.
So, by the way, that's my secret to fucking with fighters and people in the media. By the way, I'm not afraid of Steve Kim on any level. That's why I called him, a gay boxing guy. I have not seen any. There are a couple of boxing guys I know for a fact that are ex-boxers, but they're kind of like Andrew. They all kind of gave up around the amateur level.
Yeah.
And once they got hit in the face, they had enough.
I try to be Chavez. I try to stay that inside, just, take it, slip, shit. No.
No. You got to be able to take a punch.
Take a punch, slip a punch, pick one off. You don't just take them on the chin, Lee. That's not a good game plan.
Well, I've been working on every other Friday or so. I haven't been very consistent. In case anybody from my school is actually listening, I want to do it more consistently. We have an MMA and boxing class, and I help out because remarkably, I know something about boxing with my background, and my coach is very good at, he's an ex-boxer, right? So he's teaching them the power of the jab. They have good combinations. They have great mitt work. They have great foot speed, and they spar. In an hour, they do a pretty solid little workout. And the number one thing when people ask me what's the most important thing in boxing, I say, you got to be able to take a punch. All this is great. All this is absolutely correct. He's teaching you absolutely everything correct. Walk forward with the jab. That's the most important punch. You want to turn and sit on your punch when you're working the bag and learn to work around the body. You want a great hand speed combination for mixing it up. Those are all great. Not as important as being able to take a square ass punch right in the middle of your face and look at it coming at you and not turn your head. When you can do that, you can go play real boxing and real MMA. I said all this is Pretendsville. We've all got headgear. They've all got headgear. Like, it's all pretend land. Like, the little kids have face guards with, like, actual frames on them so you can't even get inside the headgear. I'm like, doesn't matter.
That's why it's almost annoying when you have those parents that keep posting the videos.
Look at him. He's a beast. Yeah, let me hit him in the face. Let me hit him in the face. Well, we have a couple of people that are really good, and Sammy is very proud of them, and he should be because he's built them all the way to this point. And my comment is constantly, have you hit them in the face yet? That's always my question. Has he been hit yet?
Has he sparred? Is he doing anything?
No, it's still headgear sparring. Look, I get the point, especially for people just starting out, especially kids. You don't want to scare them yet. I mean, I sparred without headgear. But
you want to teach them defense.
Dude, I sparred without headgear almost exclusively.
Yeah, but you want to teach them defense. It really ain't even about taking a punch. That's going to come while you spar and you're just being in the ring active. You want to teach them defense from the very beginning, not to get hit. Head movement, hands up, I'm from the Mickey Ward School of Fighting.
Well, yeah. Head down. Let them hit the top of your head. That'll break their hand. Walk forward. Walk forward with your head down. If they don't have an uppercut, you're safe. Just walk their asses down and just fucking light their shit up. And if you don't believe me, that's how I fight. Go watch my cage fight on YouTube. Head down, walk forward, let the dude get tired, and then punch the shit out of him. It's a very dumb offense, but very effective. Very effective.
Hey.
All right, Andrew. I'm going to go to Barbecue Fest in Long Beach.
I gotta watch the babies. Christina's got another photo shoot. One more with the dress.
Why?
She won it. She won this one on a wedding website. So she gets a free photo shoot with the dress.
You're so married.
So that's what I'm doing today.
Well, to all 5 of the Fight Net
A lot of Fortnite. Who wants to see me on Fortnite? My kids play that.
I want to know when you're starting to do the married couples night and playing Pictionary.
Oh, no. I don't. Well, we've been, we do. Our family does a lot of that.
You do that. You mix families.
Yeah, they do a lot of game boards.
Yeah.
We did so many, they all started thinking me and Chris were like reading answers, so I don't like playing them anymore. I'm like, fuck, I'm not reading answers. Come on. They're like, hey, you got that one way too fast. Oh my God, here we go.
Just play Cards Against Humanity, and then everybody will be upset and move forward.
I'll play poker for some money. Shit.
They don't do that shit, dude. You barbecue, you play Pass the Kid.
Remember when that was so hot, though? Remember you could go to on a Friday night, go make some money at a house. Yeah, no one does poker nights.
Yeah, that's when you don't have kids. What are you talking about? Remember when you used to get to play dominoes with your friends?
Damn it.
Dude, I used to play. What did we play? We played spades, played dominoes. Now, mind you, I spent a great portion of time getting sober in a sober living home, so spades and dominoes and poker were all we played. That's all sober people do. Drink coffee, be angry, smoke, and play poker, spades, and domino. I'm going to start drinking again. I've thought it through, Andrew. This whole being sober for 20 some years.
Hey, check this out. Quick story. My grandpa did that. He went sober for about 20, right? 15, 20 years.
Boring.
Yeah, so one day he just starts drinking again. The family's like, "Oh no, here you go. Why is grandpa doing this?" So I'm out in the front yard with my grandpa. Anyway, we're drinking, and I go, "Why'd you start? What'd you start this for?" And he goes, "You know what? I got cable in my house, and I get all the channels now." And he goes, the other day I'm watching CNN News, and they've got they got this kid that they rescued out of a house. He was kidnapped, and they had him in a box, and the kid lived in a box for years. And he's telling me about this story that he's seen on the news. And he said, "You know what, Andrew? I don't do anything wrong." He goes, "I don't kidnap, I don't murder, I don't steal. All my kids, none of them went to jail. They all own property." He goes, "If you're telling me that me drinking a beer is the only thing that's stopping me from getting to heaven, then tell everyone I lived heaven on earth." And I said, "Go ahead, do what you're going to do then." And he started drinking again. He went on until he was 86, 87. I think he passed away.
And there you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll probably start in my 70s or 80s. Once my daughter's married off. Because, I already want to kill everything that's around her. And now I've been trained to kill everything that's around her. Which makes me dumb and dangerous. What was the dumbest part of Lee taking jiu-jitsu? I've been doing it for 2 years, which now makes me dumb and dangerous. It's like owning a loaded weapon.
You definitely don't want to go to Florida with that attitude, though. You go to Florida, you can get stuck in that stand your ground law.
No. It's the make my day law. Day law. Yeah.
Fuck, man. Fucking push someone over there, you might get shot nowadays. I don't know about Florida anymore. Seeing some of those things, like, really? That dude just pushed him. He threatened my life. Bam, fucker.
And here's the shocking part, Andrew. I'm up for a belt promotion.
Oh no.
Right? As if my bad attitude needed anything else.
Ay.
Go to fightnetradio.com. Let's see. You didn't get the normal commercials this week, so go to lasvegasdiscount.net and book your trip to Vegas. I will be out there on the 14th and the 15th. On the 14th, I will probably be at Tough Enough and maybe at the weigh-ins and probably boxing after the weigh-ins and then Tough Enough. There's a lot happening on the 14th in Vegas. There's a lot happening on the... Can't you get away? What the fuck, Andrew?
We'll talk.
You're not. Don't say that shit.
Yeah, you know what?
I feel bad.
Yeah.
You're just so fucking married with kids and...
Right now, Giovanni needs to get out of diapers and he needs to tone it down a little.
Wait, and here's the funniest part, because Guillermo always does the same thing. When I get to Vegas, Willie's always the same way, right? Memo. Memo. I'm not going to call him Memo ever. That's just not going to happen. So
Yeah.
Willie, he's Willie. He's Willie. Big Willie style always hits me up the minute I get into Vegas. All right, we're going to